In this video, I'll first show you how to analyze a page. Let's try it with an example website, say Wix. First, we add a link here. Okay, we go to the page analysis. Here we have to enter an email. Let's use hello@Plerdy.com. All right, now we can see the full analysis of this page. We see the title, description, how many characters they have if it's correct, if there's an H1, and if there are meta tags, though not mandatory because they are usually in the robots.txt file. We also see the number of images without alt tags. That's not good. Plus, there are duplicate pages that should be deleted because they are really unnecessary. Lastly, we see the do follow links to other languages. Now, let's look at the next part of the content analysis. Word count without spaces, character count, and the number of unique words. Sometimes articles are written with repetitions, especially by tools like ChatGPT. We also check the number of stop words, which can negatively affect Google ranking. The sentence length here is average, 10, 18 words, which is easy to read and just right. Finally, we check the keywords, how they rank, which is around 3% here, which is great for understanding how well the page is optimized. Next up, let's say we have some text. Here, I'll copy this text and we can actually copy it a few times. Now look at this. We instantly get info about this text, like how many words are there. It shows about 10% of it is just repeated content. Why? Because I added the same piece multiple times, and now it's showing these repeats. This is such an awesome feature. Seriously, it's just great. After this, we see the information makes it easy for us to tweak or change things. Works perfectly. And about the stop words, when we turn this on, here they go. Sometimes you gotta remove them. Not all editors like to deal with such text, but sometimes it's necessary because there can be loads of them, like filler words in a text. That's the main stuff, along with some key information I talked about earlier. This is the first part, which is made up of two subparts, you could say. Now let's move on to part 2, where we analyze competitors. Let's use a common search term, for example, buy shoes, and look at what happens. Choose any country. It's very simple. We add the keyword. We might have to wait a bit because it gathers a lot of data. After we get the results, we see all the stats for this search term, which positions we can check every day to see how they change. Especially interesting after a Google update. We look at descriptions and H1S, see how many words, the percentage of uniqueness, and the extra words in the content. We might see a pattern or a trend used in this niche, where actually not much content is needed, usually up to 1,000 words. This is especially true in competitive niches with big players. We then review the volume to write and look at what our competitors are doing. The main keywords might range from 1% to 6%, so it's crucial to write accordingly. This information is very important whether you're writing on your own or with a copywriter or using ChatGPT. You can copy the structure of your competitors, then add your own content. Next, add your content. We might take a text from a site like Buy Shoes Online, copy a text, and add it here. Okay, so we save and refresh, and here we have 90%. We can see how often shoes is repeated. It's right around the average, not too much. This means we could boost it a bit. Other words are less frequent. The keywords are there, but there aren't many of them. We can see it's between 3 and 54 times. We definitely need to add more keywords. Plus, we should check for words that aren't on the page at all. By doing this, we're optimizing a really cool page, making it better than our competitors, and it's going to work beautifully. We can also look at both unique and common keywords to see what's happening. And the same goes for stop words and unique words. We can clearly see all this info. This way, we can figure out what to fix and improve. For a copywriter or editor, it's pretty straightforward. This is super important because Google's algorithms keep changing, and we need to stay on top of things to make sure everything is just perfect, helping our rankings grow while saving time and money.